So yesterday I walked into CENTRL Office on my way to our studio. For some reason, I didn't just pass through the common area like I normally do. In fact, I kind of stopped and stood there to take in the moment. And I found myself in front of a room full of young, fresh college grads, all building AI companies of their own. I just decided to take in the unique energy of the space, and the community for a second. And if I'm being completely honest, it left me deflated, and I haven't been the same since. You see, there's a midlife crisis nobody's talking about, and it has nothing to do with sports cars or motorcycles, both of which I've already gone through in my own right. So I'll be 50 next month, and some days I genuinely don't know if I'm supposed to become an AI builder, a skeptic, an optimist, or something nobody's given a name to yet. But I have a feeling that a lot of people my age are wrestling with this exact predicament right now, just not saying it out loud. Here's the thing, I spend a lot of time in the AI world: hackathons, AI incubators, conversations with AI founders. On top of that, we're actually embedded inside the central office building. So that scene isn't some abstract idea to me, it's the community I walk into quite often throughout the week. And here's the honest and vulnerable part I really want to share. What they're building in San Francisco is incredibly exciting. It's thought provoking and inspiring, but it's been a journey of sorts to admit to myself that it's not my world. I'm just not one of them, and I couldn't keep their pace even if I wanted to. In truth, we're all building around AI, but we're not building in the same manner, and we never will. The Wall Street Journal recently profiled a guy named Luke Michel, 68 years old, content strategist. He'd already lived through the desktop publishing wave in the 80s, then the internet wave after that. So he'd adopted twice before. Then AI showed up and his employer offered early retirement. So he took it. Michelle said learning an entirely new vocabulary, an entirely new skill set at this stage of his life just wasn't worth it to him. But you have to understand he's not an anti AI person. In fact, he uses Claude every single day, often to learn Spanish on his own. The point is, it's not that he doesn't believe in AI, it's that he didn't believe in himself doing it for work. Those are two entirely different things. And that gap between I could learn this and I don't think I can have an actual name in psychology. It's called self efficacy. And in plain terms, it's just your belief in your own ability to pull something off. And here's the part almost nobody explains right: that belief isn't one setting for your whole life. You can have high self efficacy learning a language on your own time, and low self efficacy retooling your career in the same moment in the same brain. And of course, the way you build that belief isn't by watching someone else do it faster than you. It's through what psychologists call mastery experience: small, real wins done by your own hands stacked one on top of the other. So the question I keep coming back to isn't can I keep up? It's what do I actually bring to these AI years? Here's what that actually looks like for me in practice. I read and distill the dense stuff: the 40-page research report, the academic essay, the thread from a thinker most people will never come across. I process it and I pull out the one idea that actually matters, and I say it out loud in a language a person can understand on their lunch break. That's not the same job as a 22-year-old at Central Office, right? They're building the thing. I'm the one standing at the door of that thing, translating it for the people who are never going to walk through it themselves. My almost 3 decades of educating and training folks, the judgment I've built making sense of complicated stories for an audience, that's not a smaller skill than knowing how to prompt the latest model. It's a different one. And right now, it's one this moment actually needs. I'm Locke, and these are the AI years. What are you going to bring to these years that nobody else can?